Hello and welcome to Motorsport Manager 4. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a while, but with the release of Motorsport Manager 4, it has brought me out of retirement and going to do a new series with this new game. So I've just launched and we're going to take this first video to just look around, see what's new, if we can notice anything, and just play around a little bit. So it's the first time I'm hitting play. We'll not start in hard mode. We may do a hard mode series later, but we'll just start as normal. Okay. This is fairly normal. What we want to put as our name. And we will put Ankas Gaming. And where are we from? Vatican City, that's an interesting one. We'll go to the good old USA. Okay, now we choose a backstory. Ex-mechanic, 10% research points. Ex-driver, employed drivers improve 50% faster. Financial, negative 5% cost on all purchases. Now, I love games like Football Manager, the whole aspect of growing players or drivers is very appealing, and so having the ability for them to grow faster is the one that kind of jumps out at me. So I am going to go with that one. Now in the long run, this will probably be useful, and in the beginning, I'm sure that will be useful as well, but in this run, I want to go with that one. So that's our backstory. We will start with the good old single series. So let's see here. Oh, okay, critical car stats. So there are 5 races with like a invitational event in the middle. So that's fairly normal. Anything? We'll take a look at these as they come up. And invitational, as usual, we have a choice. Okay, so we'll look at that when that comes up as well. So, bodywork can be damaged with the GT series. Okay, so with the single seater series, the prize fund for this one, or this tier that we're at, the first one, which is a sprint. Now I don't know if I'm not too familiar with F1 or any of the F series, so I don't really watch it regularly. So a sprint to me is, you start at point A and you finish at point B, which may not necessarily have a loop, but my guess is there's going to be some sort of loop. So is this a timed race? And we'll find out, right? I'm sure the rules kind of spell it out for us, but we'll figure that out as we go. No refueling. Okay, so that we need to keep that in mind. And 2 spec parts at this tier. So typically the spec parts means that everyone is given a part that is the same for everyone and cannot be improved. So, for example, we may have an engine at level 500, and every single team on all of their cars, or both of their cars, usually it's only 2 in the single-seater series, is the same, so we can't improve that. So in this one, at this tier, we get 2 spec parts, which is helpful because we probably won't have a lot of money, and so we can kind of focus in on fewer parts to improve. So we'll enter that series. And let's change our name here. We'll do Ankas Racing instead of instead of gaming racing. All right. Let's go random a couple times, see what comes up. What do we like? Ooh, that's a nice color. Let's go with that one. All right, what do we want to focus on here? Speed, handling, or balance? Let's see what the difference is. Okay, top speed and acceleration is there. So we have 5 stats here. So top speed is, fairly straightforward. Acceleration, I think everyone knows. Braking, we know. Now this is interesting that there's a different stat for low speed corners and high speed corners. So we need to keep that in mind. And I'm sure that's going to be more important depending on where we are racing. But let's see what the balance looks like, see how much of a drop there is. I mean, you want to be fast, right? But let's go with the balanced. See what this little information even. Okay, it's just not giving us much. I like balanced. I think I'm going to go with balanced, even though I'm kind of tempted to go the speed route. I'm going to go speed. And my thinking here is that if we, from the get-go, have one thing that's really good, we can focus in on the other areas instead of trying to get everything up at the same time. So I think I'm going to go speed and then focus on getting our cornering stats up. Okay. Choose our star driver. Pay driver. We have to start with the pay driver, even though I'm so tempted to go for Wellington here, but the first couple seasons we're really going to be tight on money, so we want to be improving our car, improving our infrastructure as much as possible. So I think I'm going to go with the pay driver, especially because if it's like Motorsport Manager 3 and we have the youth system, that gave us some really insane talent. So I think I'm going to go with the pay driver here. All right. Welcome to Motorsport Manager. If you would like a full tutorial, simply press OK. If not, I can leave you alone. You can adjust the game's difficulty settings at any time in the preferences screen, which you can find by pressing the menu button in the top left corner. Okay. My guess is that there isn't a ton changed, and I don't want to waste everyone else's time by going through the tutorial. I may do a separate video where we go through the tutorial on another account, but for this run, we won't. You can kind of look around. Okay, so what am I looking at here? Here at the top, looks like we have some sort of influence balance. Okay. So this looks like the same from last time. So where we can, as it says here, it allows us to perform special interactions with drivers. Typically, it's for their contracts. It can help you. Teams and our supplier network. Okay, we can gain influence through sponsor offers and dilemmas. So we have 6.5 million in the bank, and it looks like per race right now we are losing 406,000. So we need to change that fairly quickly. Okay. This is giving us our car focus. And we can build parts here, we can do R&D, and we can buy components if we don't want to build it ourselves. Same with the bonuses here, depending on the parts that we have. Okay, here are our drivers. Are they both paid drivers? Let's see here, details. Contract. Cost per race. Okay, let's go to our other driver. Cost per race. What does it tell us that they're a pay driver? Traits. Oh, there we go. Pay driver. So is Eugenie? No. So probably one of the first things I'll do is look for another pay driver if it doesn't cost us too much to fire. So it will cost us 196,000. But our pay driver gives us a per race. Yeah, per race, 300,000. So if we can find another one, that'll be helpful. But let's keep going for now. Okay, here's our team. We have designers, which are going to be creating the parts for the cars. We have our mechanics, which are going to help us with setting up our car, and also pit stops, I'm guessing. And then strategists improve race performance. Oh, interesting. Okay, I think that's a new one. So we'll check that out. This is our headquarters and our sponsorship, and supplier network will be available after one race. Okay. Before we end this video, we'll look for a pay driver, which I see here, and has 19 years old, has a contract, unemployed. Okay, unemployed, 19 years old, decent potential. Enrica Lara, oh man, legend. Might have to pick her up. She's done great work for our previous teams. Okay. So we have two pay drivers. One's, okay, Bjorn here doesn't really have much potential and he's not that great. And let's see what Maja will cost us. Let's approach this driver. Okay. We have 3 patients. So if this is your first time looking at a Motorsport Manager game, so we've approached this person. Our goal is to get as close to that deal point as possible, and we do that by making an offer. Now, the patience here is how many times we can make an offer before our deal breaks down. Okay, so with Maja here, we have 3 offers that we can make, unless we make a really bad offer where it's not even anywhere close to the deal point. We can lose more than 1 patient at a time, so be careful with that. Okay, so position within the team. I don't mind. It's very important to her, so I will make her number 1, especially because I forgot his name. Our other pay driver is 27, so my guess is he'll be leaving the team sooner than Maja. Less important on wage, so we will leave that at the lowest. And the driver prefers a short contract, but I'm not going to prefer that. Signing on fee, let's leave that for now, or let's do it 1 up. And let's see here how close we get to the deal. And so we don't really want to overpay, right? So we got to kind of play the game here and want to basically hit that deal point. So let's propose this. Let's see how close we get. Okay, so not far. So what can we do here? Well, we know that she doesn't really care, but we want a long season, or long contract rather. And so now we want to do the math a little bit of how long will it take to make up the cost. So the wage is 134. So she's giving us 300,000 per race. And let's just make it, for easy math. Let's say we have 200,000 left over. And so we're also paying 1.6 million. So about 8 races, give or take a couple races. Until we get our money back. But it is also going to help us with our cost per race. That's going to go down. And also consider we're going to have to pay, I think it was 200,000 to let go of our other driver. So let's say 10 races, which is about 2 seasons. So we'll have her for 3 seasons. And so that 3rd season is mostly going to be profit for us. So let's try this. Did we get ooh, it got worse. Okay. Oh, because of the 3 seasons, huh? Now, the question is this worth it? At 1.8. Let's offer a little bit more wage. I know it's less important, but can we get over 2 million? Oh, man. Well, why don't we do this? We'll do next season, but we'll offer 1.7, and then we'll renew, which when we renew, I don't know if there's a signing on fee. So I don't remember actually. So let's roll the dice. If we do mess up, we messed up. It's a learning experience. But let's go with that. Do we get a deal? And oh, we got it right on the money. All right. Okay, great. So we will get rid of Eugenie. And it will cost us, yep, break the clause, 196. Okay. So we're only losing 172,000 now per race. And she has decent potential. And she's ranked first on the grid as a current driver. Wow. Okay. That was great. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for watching. I'm really looking forward to this. In the next video, we will go and check out our designers and also our headquarters and our sponsors and see what we can do. Alrighty. I'll see you all next time.